I love my intro so much. The music is so bomb. Hey, everybody. Hope you had a great 4th of July holiday. I hardly got any sleep last night because everybody in the world was out there doing barrel bombs and firecrackers and cherry bombs and whatever else they was blowing up till 2 in the morning. Police had to roust them and make them shut up. But, I guess it's all right. Everybody was having a good time. It was no gunfire or anything. So, you know what? We're going to be happy that that's all it was. So, welcome to the Dusty News Network Friday night show, where we get into the foolishness that you can find freely posted all over the internet. I want to thank everybody who took the time to, sniff out some some crazy stuff and send it to me. You can also participate in that if you want to come across something, or if you come across something rather. This is where you would send it, make the subject line Dusty News, and it filters into the folder that I have. And then you might see your contribution featured on the next show. Survivingdating at gmail.com. Make the subject line Dusty News. So we have a lot of different stuff tonight. Yeah, it did sound like a war zone. I was like, they all doing too much. Come on now. People have to get up. I guess a lot of people had to go to work today, and some of the kids had summer school or whatever. But it's like just do what you need to do for a little while, and then go take your butt in the house and go to bed. But that wasn't what happened. But that's how Dusties roll, right? We should be used to it by now. So let's get us ourselves. Let me get this slideshow rolling so we can start with our critique. So everybody in the chat room, you guys ready? Everybody ready? Here we go. Now, this guy is promoting um, continued relations with his baby mama. And a lot of women, when they get with a dude that has a baby mama, this is one of the things that they're always concerned about, that he's um, still sleeping with her. And this guy is saying, he's basically trying to tell you that you need to just understand that that should be part of the program and that it enhances the relationships. So why can't you understand that co-parenting requires that to be effective as well? And yes, some relationships are toxic and distance is needed, but to maintain a level of cohesiveness, occasional booty is necessary when co-parenting. Now, what is he saying there? Dude, I'm telling you, they be just like on one. So he's basically setting you up. So by saying, that it enhances relationships, well, if you have to have a relationship with any kind of woman where it needs to be enhanced, then obviously that booty should be a part of it. That's what he's saying. And so, here you go. I'm telling you, the people in the chat room are going crazy. This is Dusty Logic, pound Dusty Logic. So he's taking what enhances a regular relationship, a marriage, a normal relationship between people that are, love each other and respect each other and want to be together, and he's applying that part to a baby mama situation where he has nothing in common with, don't want the woman, but he's trying to, say that he should get a pass. This should be considered a normal thing because it'll help him be a better co-parent. That's what he's trying to promote. They always try to con somebody. You are so right, Rositas. They're always trying to con somebody out of some butt. It just never freaking fails. So you guys watch your language too, so the moderators don't have to block so many comments. But just keep it down to a low roar, please. But yeah, this is what he's promoting. I can't get this thing positioned right. It keeps like touching me. I don't like it. Um, I just was amazed. I forgot who sent this, where this came from, but it was just one of the most amazing things. So I put it first because I just couldn't believe it. Okay, so there we go. There it is for you to see again in case you just got here. This is what we're doing tonight. We're going over the dusty memes, the dusty posts, the dusty comments that are put up by men and sadly to say, ladies, some dusty women too all over the internet. These things are freely available on any social media platform that you go to, and it's just kind of amazing. Oh, yes. Because we're going to assume that some of the retweets were people just like us, right? Saying, can you believe this shit? Whereas other people were like, yeah, yeah, trying to promote that ideology to women. Okay, now here's the next one. Okay, now he's saying, showing this woman now she got to be half, undressed and stuff. He texting her, hello, my queen, and she's like, hey, king, with the crown and all this old stuff, and so the lovey eyes, whatever that is, and and then saying that every man needs a good woman, even if he's just friends with her. A woman is a man's high when he's feeling low. So, what does that doing right there? Now, a silly woman is going to see that and think that that's a good thing. She's going to think that she's helping him be, to what do they say? Lifting him up. That's the phrase they like to use. Lifting him up. She's lifting him up. No, no, synthesis. You need to get back on Twitter, so you can send those to me for this show. Cause I mean, I can't see them all. I've got like three of them in here. Everybody, all the other ones came from the listeners, and you guys got way more eyes than ears than I do. So this is working out quite well. But this one is really this was kind of like, wow, this is a trip. He's advocating that a woman sacrifice herself and her energy, her time, her conversation, her emotional support, and all this stuff for a man that she's not even in a relationship with, because he's specifying, even if he's, quote, just friends with her, and that a woman is a man's high when he's feeling low. So he's using your energy like a vampire to make himself feel better. And like I said, a silly woman will not understand the message here, and she's going to think that it's something to be proud of, that she's all this, she's giving all this energy to men, all this going out. Okay, she's making all these people feel better, but there's nothing coming in. He's not coming to you to make you feel better. He's not talking about an exchange of energy and support. He's talking about taking from all the women that, he needs a good woman to take from, even if she's just a friend. So you guys be very careful with that. That's why, I really advocate. A lot of people say, you teaching women to be selfish, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the bottom line is for women to start focusing more on self care and self respect, and, monitoring how much you give and do for other people when they should be giving and doing for you in return. Is to be some reciprocation. And if that's not happening, then you have a very interesting situation that you might want to re-examine, because at some point you're going to become depleted, and when you become depleted, that's when you start to get sick, you gain weight, you come down with chronic diseases like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. People gain a lot of weight, they start injuring themselves because they're not taking care of their joints and muscles. They're, very sedentary and always worried about other people. Your hair looks a wreck, your skin looks a wreck because you're not sleeping. You're just giving, everything is going out, ladies, out. And this is what this guy is promoting, that you continue, even as an adult, be somebody for him to come up and suckle off of. So he goes away feeling better, like a toddler that just nursed his mama from his mama. So you guys, okay, synthesis. Well, whatever you find, I'm with you. Just if you find something, please send it in. And no, I don't want you to be sacrificing your sanity for this show. But if you happen to run into any of you guys, just send it to, like I said, survivingdating@gmail.com, and make the subject line Dusty News. So let's move on to the next one. Now, this is a dusty woman. This is a white chick, too. And I'm like, chick, you need your butt kicked. This chick is talking about, I guess this is from her book. This is from her book called Men on Strike. And she's like, well, Men don't get married because there's nothing in it for them. What exactly does marriage offer men today? They'll lose their friends, their respect, their space, their sex life, their money. If it all goes wrong, their family. They don't want to enter into a legal contract with someone who could effectively take half their savings, pension, and property when the honeymoon period is over. Men aren't wimping out by staying unmarried or being commitment phobes. They're being smart. And she says, unlike women, men lose all power after they say I do. Their masculinity dies too, she says. And I'm looking at this bullshit and I'm like, okay, how does your masculinity die because you get married? That makes no damn sense. Does my femininity die because I get married? No. Well, then your masculinity doesn't die either. What she means is their assholeness dies because nobody's going to be taking that shit. 'Cause that's why men get divorced because they come into marriage thinking that they're going to be running stuff and acting stupid. And a woman's like, nah, we ain't having I didn't sign on for that. So I'm out. But, and the key thing is if it goes wrong. What do they do though to help it not go wrong? Very little. So then when the married, woman gets sick of their shit and she ups and leaves him, then he wants to cry. Well, marriage, she used me as marriage is bad. No, you're just a rotten ass husband. And if you were doing what you were supposed to be doing and talking to her the way that you're supposed to be talking to her and taking care of your business the way you're supposed to be taking care of it, then she wouldn't have wanted a divorce from you. Nobody gets married wanting a divorce. But y'all just don't act right, and you think you're gonna be, being all controlling and dictatorial and abusive, and just because you're married, like a woman is your property or some shit. I don't know. They trip. So many men right after they get married, they change. And they started with that, you my wife stuff. They're like, you my wife. And my wife represents me, and my wife this, and my wife that. And it's like, look, we're the same people that we were yesterday before any of these I do's happened. You need to just roll back on that, just dampen that down a little bit. And it just amazes me how guys think that, once they get married, that you're like their slave or something. So when women are looking for a partner in their marriage, somebody to, be beside them and walk that path together, they don't see it that way. That's why I keep advocating, you guys got to do better at questioning these guys and don't focus on this silly stuff. You got to get into their heads and figure out how they really think about stuff. You don't be asking the right questions and be too focused on the wedding and not on the marriage. And so I think 90% of the time, the men that you marry, you wouldn't marry them if you did what I said and asked the right questions. You would see that this is just going to be some shit that's not going to work, not long term. And so dating them might be a good option, but not marriage. So we're going to be working on that some more this summer because, I just did with the last 7-minute video that I think I put up yesterday, talked about how to get into a man's head and figure out, if you guys are on the same page. That is key in dating. You've got to do that. Otherwise, you end up with a situation like this dude right here and this lady talking about why men don't want to get married. So let's move on. Yeah, you're right. Metal Gear, they do get everything. I don't know. I'm just telling you, the woman's crazy. I have her down as a whack job. I don't know. She got that mail order. She got that PhD out of Cracker Jack box. So here's a text. It's like I said, this dude is off the hook. He's like, hey, big head, and she like, I have a man. And he like, now you have men, as in plural. I was rolling. Thanks, Sue. Yes, my goal of 20,000. I had it to 25, but shoot, I ratcheted that back to something that's actually more realistic and doable. I think if everybody shares like 2 or 3 more videos, and then, over the next week or so, we might hit that 20,000 by August 1st. That's the goal, people. That's the goal. But yeah, isn't this cute? Now you have men. If I got a text like that, I would have to laugh because that's funny. It's creative and witty. It's not threatening. It's not nasty. It's just funny. It's amusing. I would still blow him off, but at least he would get a laugh out of me for his unique approach. And when you've been doing something as long as me, when you see something new and a unique, it's kind of exciting. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now you know you guys have heard that thing going around all over the internet, the hashtag black men don't cheat. We talked about it a little bit on the Dusty show that we did on Sunday. So this this meme is, this is the guy who's like with the super cape on, the faithful black man. He's like, "Help, this lady's trying to make me cheat on my queen." And he's like, "Not on my watch, my good brother." And it shows him, for those of you who are driving or whatever, running at top speed, like he trying to save somebody. And so how you make somebody cheat on their queen? Come on now. Take responsibility. But I thought that was kind of cute too. That was funny. I like yeah, see, Tiana, I thought it was funny too. Somebody from Twitch is writing, what is it? Cruise FMN. Write your go to survivingdating.com and submit your advice questions there. I'm not doing live advice questions tonight. I'm doing a show called the Dusty News Network, where we're going over dusty memes and dusty posts and dusty comments from the internet. Yeah, I thought that was pretty. Not on my watch, my good brother. All right. Now, what is this right here? Let me show him something different. Do women ever think, damn, he been through a lot? Let me show him something different. Why is it my job to show you something different? What's that going to do for me? It's all the stuff about like trying to get you to serve them and do for them and give to them and submit to them and be their slave and just do all the stuff to think about them first versus yourself. It's unfreaking believable. It's all one agenda, even though it may be approached in different ways. Some of it's going to use the sympathy ploy. Some of it's going to use the guilt. Some of it's going to use anger because, you'll be raging about feminism and, black women and you don't want to be wives no more and all this old stuff. And, gold diggers and all the five-letter acronym dudes talking about how you women just want to take their little loot and all their 52 cents that they got in the bank and all this stuff. So it's like, in all, it's all designed to get you to behave in a certain way, to do things in a way that they find approval, they can give approval for. And the video that we did was the guy was when I talked about the 5 ways he set up to try to make women, to control women. That was all. I mean, he was just out there with it. Make women work to gain your approval. He flat out said it. He was not even trying to hide it or pretend or game it or nothing. He straight out told it. So it's like, if you guys really could understand when you see stuff like this, there's a message there. It's not the simple little funny gram that you might think it is. These things all are working together to weaken you, to make you think that this is what you're supposed to do to, quote, get, and number two, to keep a man. You want to outdo the other women. That's what they want you to do. Why should you show them something different? What's that gonna do for you? Bottom line, because he's not saying my woman, he's saying women, right? That's plural. He been through a lot. Let me show him something different. Why? Get you a wife, honey, and let her show you something different. You just want to play around and think every woman's supposed to be beck and call and doing shit for you. No. Now, on that same note, is a similar meme. The wording is slightly different. That's why I put them back to back. And I liked dude's response. Do females, okay, females, not women, females, ever think, damn, he been through a lot. Let me fix him. What am I, Bob the Builder? Babette the Babette the Builder? Let me fix him. What? Fix your damn self. But I like how dude came back and said, do males ever think, damn, I've been through a lot. Maybe I should seek a licensed therapist who's an expert helping me piece myself together instead of putting my emotional labor on a woman I'm in a relationship with because that's not her job. I'm like, oh, I need to find this dude so I can give him a standing ovation, a high five, and buy him a drink. Because I'm telling you, I mean, he gets it. You know what I mean? He gets it and he putting dude in check to tell him, that's not her job fixing you. Fix your damn self. I'm like, oof, this is just unbelievable. When I see this kind of stuff, it's just this never ending begging for your energy, for your time, for your effort. It's just like, are they like vampires? I mean, what do you guys do for yourselves? It's like you constantly asking a woman to help you do something, help you feel better. Help you her fix you, help her get you on the right path, help you get a job, help you do, I mean, feel better, help you feel like a man, help. Why do you need so much fucking help all the time? What is it that a woman can depend on you for? So you look at all of this and then you get so frustrated because then they get so upset when a woman says she doesn't need you. Why would a woman need a man who's always trying to get something from her? He just wants to use her up. He's like giving her shit in return. Where is the benefit to her to be with a man like that? She doesn't need you. You're just going to suck the juice out of her life energy, her joy, everything, because you want her to fix you. No, you fix yourself. So, you guys, you listening to this, and this is made very important for these young girls. They're about to head off to college. And a lot of them been raised with goofy ass parents who think, they've been filling their heads with this kind of nonsense about, what they need to do to get a man and keep a man, and their little friends telling them this nonsense and stuff. You young girls listening to this, understand one thing right now. In this stage of your life, you're not married. Okay, you don't have no kids. There's nothing for you to worry about but yourself, and that's what you need to worry about. You get your degree, you get your job, you get your money, and you keep your money in your pocket. That's what you do. And you don't be letting people siphon your energy like that. You need your energy for yourself so you can get straight A's in school. Okay, because you start giving your energy off to somebody else, then you're going to be tired. You're going to be falling asleep. You're not going to study well. And you're going to face to getting low marks on your tests, low marks on your midterms, low marks on your finals, low marks on your paper because you didn't have time to put a thorough research into it because you was too busy trying to take care of every damn body else, especially some dudes. Don't do it. Be very selfish. Simone, maybe I'm getting jaded, but I don't really see where there's any large number of, quote, good men. What I think it is what you're going to have to do, ladies, is come up with a list of the bullshit that you can tolerate. What can you tolerate? It's not going to drive you too crazy. And then you get a man with that level of fuckery because they all crazy. There's something wrong with all of them. I mean, like seriously, where you be scratching your head and saying, "God damn it, what is the fuck is your problem?" And so you just have to find the kind of nutcase that you can deal with. I was like, sorry to put it that way, but that's it. I haven't met one woman yet, even the ones who claim that they're pretty happy in their marriage, that doesn't have some serious problem with her husband. Either he drinks too much and he gets stupid when he gets drunk. He might be good in every other aspect, but once he drinks, it's over. Or he not can't keep a job because his mouth, he always be getting fired because his mouth or something, or he has a terrible temper. He doesn't spend enough time with the kids. The kids don't have any relationship with their father, so they're starting to have problems because of that in school, emotionally, whatever. There's always some big elephant in the room issue with every single woman in a marriage. So you just have to figure out what you can tolerate and just deal with that. Yeah, your BS list. I'm sorry, but that's pretty much the reality of it. I have yet to meet a woman who does not have a seriously problematic issue with her man. She might love that motherfucker 95%, but that 5% drives her crazy and it just really bothers her a lot. A lot. But she tries to, let the other, well, maybe not 95%, just say 80%. He's an 80%er, but that other 20% is, she really struggles with it. And that's just the reality. All right, let's move on. Now, this one, I thought this was really super bizarre. One of the ladies sent this to me. She found it somewhere. And this guy, she needs me to complete her circle of being a complete woman. Any female over 18 is a woman. but she'll never be complete until she has a man that she calls her own. My wife told me that. And I'm like, your wife is an idiot. Now, I would never say that to him face to face. But then again, knowing me, with enough wine in me, I just might say, your wife is stupid. And you know, a woman is complete by herself. She need to be complete because if you need somebody else to complete you, that means that you have low self-esteem. Nobody can complete you. So that piece that you feel like they complete, what happens to you if they decide to leave? If they die, like mine did, what you gonna do with your incomplete ass? You sitting up there, looking for some man to complete you. Shit happens. I mean, he might decide he don't want to be with you no more. He might, like I said, just, whatever. There's no guarantee that another person is there to serve your needs. Okay, that's not their purpose. So you need to have your own thing going on so that you're complete and whole by yourself, whole and happy. Then when you get with another person, it's two whole happy people together. That is a beautiful thing. But if you got big holes in you and you're looking for something external to fill those, some other person, then you're always in a mode where you're going to be just sucking people dry. Nobody can fill your holes for you. Nobody can make you feel complete but you. As sad as it is, that is the reality. These women talking about, well, he gives me self-esteem. That's the woman like this. She doesn't feel complete without a man. These women that run from relationship to relationship, the same thing. They just feel very empty inside, very lost and confused, and they define themselves by their relationship, not by who and what they are. So it's a very high risk situation for you as a woman. I would not recommend it. They just, what happens when they leave? Or it's like you feeling all these different holes, right? And you got a series of people filling them, and every time they leave, then what? Does your hole get bigger because now they abandoned you? I mean, there's a lot to think about there. I know I'm kind of mumbling, stumbling over my words, but because my mind is racing ahead of my mouth. But that's what I perceive. Every time they fill up a hole when they leave, right, they take a little piece of what was around them with them. So your hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're constantly looking to fill it up with external things, which is other people. And that never works. It's just like a needy person. You just people who are complete in themselves and have good self-esteem and good boundaries will run from you because they can feel the danger that you're going to just suck the juice out of them with your neediness. So this is, I don't know if she's a pygmy. I don't know what this would be, what this chick would be called, but needing someone else to complete you because otherwise you don't feel like a woman without this other person. Well, that's a sad, sorry woman. Nobody's teaching them that faith but me. What are they teaching out here? Oh, somebody told me that at the ad, one of the ads in one of my videos was some kind of video about ad about how to get a man or something. You guys were cracking up about it. She said, I don't get any say so over the ad, so whatever plays, it just plays. That was picked by Google. But you're right, that wouldn't really necessarily be in line with the thinking that goes on this channel, but whatever. All right, so that was very disturbing. I mean, I guess it made him feel good to hear it, but it was deeply disturbing to me as a woman to think that somebody is that needy emotionally and that dependent on some other person. All right, now here we are with the next one. This dude was just straight breaking it people off. This woman's like, why do black broke ass men expect black women to date them? That's what it says under there. And he's like, y'all are the biggest struggle love supporters as a whole. We know we don't need money to date y'all. Ladies, ladies. Ah, yes, Ivory ascending. That's what he's saying. Um, so he's saying that, sisters are struggle love supporters. Now, we do know a lot of them are. A lot of them that come to this channel are until they get their mind right. But thinking that they need to help a man. And we talked about that, right? Sliding him money under the table to make it look like he's paying for the date and letting him drive your car because he don't have one and letting him live with you and he ain't contributing nothing financially, don't even want to wash no dishes, don't want to do nothing. Okay, but y'all just let them live that lifestyle. And dude just straight broke you off something. He's like, Psh, let me just tell you about yourself. Yeah. I mean, you know what? He wasn't even trying to hide it or be politically correct. He was just like, bam. I don't know what I just did. Um, but that's kind of disappointing, ladies. There are several videos on this channel about struggle love. If you find yourself involved in see, it never fails when I'm doing the Dusty News show. Here come the sirens. It never freaking fails. Um, if you find that you find yourself in these kind of struggle love situations repeatedly, there's several videos on this channel that tell you how to examine yourself and see where you went wrong and what need it is you're trying to fulfill by doing that. Because like I keep telling you, and I want you guys to hear this right now and really understand what I'm saying to you. Every single thing we do as a choice. We do it because there's a perceived benefit for us. Now, we might not be consciously aware of it, not saying, "Ooh, well, if I do this struggle love thing, I'm going to get to feel blah, 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 blah." It's not like that. It's kind of unconscious sometimes. And a lot of times you're replaying old tapes from childhood that may have been hurtful, but you're trying to fix it. You're trying to make the outcome finally be right, to make it finally be what you dreamed it was going to be. So the bodies and the faces change, but the situation repeats itself over and over and over. It's called repetition compulsion. That's what psychologists call it. So you're repeating this behavior, this cycle, while you're trying to work out this bad relationship, some damage that you suffered in childhood or your early adulthood. So look at those videos on struggle love. Just put in struggle love at the top of the channel and under the videos, and they'll pop up, and you can just watch those. They co-signing Robin. They mean shoot, you never know. So I thought that was kind of amazing. Dude just straight busted it out. Okay, now this was going around a couple of weeks ago. I guess we were gonna put this in last week, but we forgot. Um, and everybody was talking about it, so it's a little late. But I have something I wanted to say about this. This young lady, um, I mean, she moved in with her boyfriend, right? And he told her that the rent was $1,500, and they were gonna split it down the middle. She found out that the rent is actually $1,000. So he had her paying an extra $250 a month on rent under a ruse. So basically this is his girlfriend, but he's lying to her. So that she paid, all kinds of extra money. He put 6,000, I think. Wait, 250, that's 500 times 6. Um, over a year's time. And so when the radio people asked him why he lied, he said that he had other bills and he had to pay child support. So they came to an agreement where she would stay there and she doesn't have to pay anything until they reach the $6,000 that she had overpaid. And so the people were giving their opinions on it. My opinion is I would have taken him to small claims court, got my money, but I would have moved out of that house. I could not trust him to do. He's just played her for a whole year for $250 a month. Plus, who knows what else she was paying for his convenience. So this was a relationship of convenience. That's what I call it. He's not loving her or respecting her. And how you gonna have somebody moving in with you and they got to pay half? Fuck you. I'll just stay over here and pay my own whole, and you stay over there and you figure that out on your own. I'm not doing that. If I move in with a man, he paying everything. Yeah, she not on the lease because you're right, because she would have known how much the money was, how much the rent was. Child, I don't know. I just see bad decisions all the way around. It's like, but if I moved in with a dude, I'm not paying shit. I might buy some groceries because they cook because I like to do that anyway. But it's like if I'm moving in with you and into your house and you want me there, well then, why should I have to pay half? How's it helping me to move in with you? What's the benefit to me to do that? That's a benefit to you. You get booty on tap. I'm there. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I mean, what is this pay half shit? That's like a roommate. In case if we're roommates, then we're just buddies, and I want my own room, and you ain't coming in it ever. So I don't understand this kind of mentality. I mean, I know some women, agree to it. I don't understand it though. But in this case, this young lady got played. She got straight played by the man that she thought loved her. And for me, that would have been a straw that broke the camel's back. I would have been out. I wouldn't have been able to stay there looking at him. I would have had to leave like that day. And that would have been that for that relationship. As soon as I found out he lied and played like that, and then the next thing I've been like, expect to hear from my attorney because you're going to give me my money back. You lying sack of shit. This goes to the very core of the relationship. How can you trust somebody who would lie to you like that to manipulate you into doing something for his benefit like that? See that I don't know, that would piss me off. I think I'd have to like do some damage to his car or something to vent my frustrations. 'Cause that would just make me really, really pissed. But that's something to think about. How would you handle a situation like that when you found out you got played by the man who claimed he loved you? That wouldn't go over too well with Deb. Yeah, $6,000 is a lot. You know, that's a lot of money. Yeah, he's a dusty bum. Okay, now here's another one. This dude was like kind of he has special needs. If I ever cheat on my girl, I want her to approach me woman to man and ask me where did she fail and what can she do to improve so we can move forward. Okay, so he cheats, but he wants her to think it's her fault and ask him what can she do to improve so that we can move forward. Tito Sanders says you got to come out your pockets to live with me. That's why I don't live with no man. I'm not doing that. Because if I would be living with you, then there's no reason for me to live with you. If you're not carrying the weight of the household expenses like a fucking provider, you want a goddamn roommate, nigga? No. Go and get one of your boys to move in there with you then. Try fucking him. I'm not doing that. You want all the benefits of a woman, but you want to treat her like a goddamn roommate. Fuck that shit. I'm like, psh, he got me cussing up in here. I was trying to be cool. Oh, well, there goes that. There goes that. But yeah, look at this bullshit right here. If I ever cheat on my girl, I want her to approach me and ask where did she fail. You know what I would tell him? You know where I failed? Picking your tired, funky ass. That's where I failed. That was my number one and only mistake. Picking your tired, two-bit piece of shit, trifling nigga ass. That's where I messed up. And what can she do to improve? I can get rid of you. That would be an instant improvement, an instant loss of 189 wasted pounds out of my life. That's what that would be. Oh my God, these dudes is getting on my nerves. Yeah, I'm not paying for shit. But see, that's why I live by myself. It's like you live by yourself, you get to decide everything. I don't have to listen to no snoring. I don't have to smell smelly socks. I don't have to listen to man stomping through the house. You know how they walk hell heavy. I don't have to, babe, what's in the rivers to eat? Babe, what you gonna cook? Babe, this, babe, that. No, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Go get something at Popeyes. Leave me alone. Shut up, princess. Oh, these dudes, I'll tell you. Mm-mm-mm. So y'all don't be moving in, like, don't be so desperate, you know? Yeah, live. You're gonna be paying half. Live with another woman. Y'all can have way more fun and less whole bunch of less drama. You know, if you're gonna be in a roommate situation, these niggas just want the most and don't want to give shit. Fuck that. All right. Oh, this is kind of tiny. What did I do? Why didn't I cut this into two? Must have been losing my mind. Um. Anyway, this is a series. This was sent to me by one of the readers, and basically, it's a series of uh. It's gonna be a series of slides. I think it's three in total. Um, where this guy is getting on this girl about her hair. Somewhere in here, I have a picture of her. Oh, I hope I put it in the right order. Um, he has a picture of her hair. She has a very close cropped hair, but she's so beautiful. I mean, her face is so pretty. And those kind of women with a pretty face, it shows, pretty head shape. I think it looks very attractive on them because it shows their face is not being buried by a bunch of hair. So this is dude though. Look at how he's complaining about her, telling her that it makes him feel like he's fucking a bull dagger, which is a term I have not heard. My daddy used to use that term. Okay, so we talking about people in their 80s and 90s using that term. It's like, dude, really? Don't get me wrong. You are not manly. You are not lesbian, but the vision is real and to be guarded. You may not care because you're working on too busy, but that's part of being a grown woman. Appearance is everything to me. After personality and loyalty, if you're not trying to look good for me, why should I stay interested? I understand you have my back and I love that, and I'm being real enough to try to stick around until you change it. I literally was going to dump you the first day, but it grew on me, but then you let him fade it and you just lost me. So I guess she got her hair faded on the side. I- Oh, you read this? Yeah, he's like the biggest run on sentence I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm telling you, this is a run on sentence of life. It goes on for like miles. Okay, so let's go to the rest of his chatter. And he's like, the first thing you think the first thing I look at is your ass. I wonder about, is its bedroom action good? Nah, you look from head to toe, and I'm being real. Another question, you think, okay, well, I still like mostly everything about you, except I'm not trying to be rude. I was trying to be real and stick around because what if you had cancer? Would I leave? No. But I'm tired of thinking like I actually want to hug and kiss you on your neck, but it's complicated if I feel uncomfortable. And so he's going on and on. So I don't know really what he wants her to do with her hair. We didn't get the first part of that. But I don't know. Hopefully she will get rid of him instead of her hairdo. I'm going to hope that this next slide, yeah, here we go. The next slide is her. And so you can see what I mean. A beautiful young lady. Great smile, great skin, bright, clear eyes, nicely shaped head. She looks extremely feminine. So I don't know what he's talking about. What he's trying to do, she must have too much self esteem for him. She knows she looks, look at her little waist, nice little hips, her legs are cute. She's not overweight. She got just enough meat on her to look cute, her little clothes and fill them out nice and stuff. So I'm like, you know how many dudes would be all over her? Psh, she needs to get rid of this dusty bum. And I think she looks better. I mean, she might look cute like maybe a Holly Berry, the little cut like Holly Berry with a little bit more hair. But as far as her having long hair, I don't think it would do her justice. I think she's a perfect person for that kind of short hair. Yeah, she's a cutie. So, he's like, He just trying to break her down. I think when she goes places, too many men be looking at her and trying to holler, and he's jealous. But shoot, that's how many dudes be proud to have that girl on their arm. Like thousands of them stepping over each other trying to get at her. So he just like so stupid. Just so stupid. But I wanted to show that because this is the kind of thing, a lot of young women are going to be headed off to college. I keep bringing that up. This is the transition time between childhood and the beginning of adulthood. You're going to run into men like this. They're going to be feeling very insecure about themselves. Instead of owning it, like, well, I feel like you too good for me. He's not going to own that. He's going to attack you and he's going to try to make it your fault, like there's something wrong with you. And I'm telling you, ladies, listening to this, you young girls headed off to college or you just graduated, you going to the workforce, you're going to run into this everywhere you go. People are going to try to destroy your confidence because it makes them uncomfortable to see a young black woman who feels good about herself and who holds her head high and who struts her stuff. They can't stand it. They want you to have your head down, looking at the ground and, mumbling and feeling low and insecure and have low self-esteem. That makes them feel absolutely powerful. Don't do that to yourself. If anybody comes at you with any kind of negative criticism about the way that you look, the choices that you've made for your hair, your fashion, anything like that, within appropriateness, because, we do be talking about girls who will try to wear booty clothes to job interviews. But that's different. We're talking about men attacking you, trying to make you change into what they want you to be. Get rid of him. Get rid of him immediately. Don't you change anything about yourself. Don't you even entertain the thought of changing something about yourself. You get rid of him. Because he's out to destroy you to make himself feel better. He wants you in shreds so that he can step on your body and step on your self-esteem and make himself feel like he's somebody, all at your expense. He's so jealous of her, he don't know what to do. And she wasting her time with his dusty, crusty ass. Piece of shit. Man, I'm like, I wish I knew where she lives so I could be calling up all the frat. My brothers are both in different, one's a Q, we pass on that. But the Kappa, let me tell you over here, this little fine little honey, you need to go and scoop her up. Because she got a man who ain't treating her right. Yeah, he's non-spelling ass, can't spell, can't punctuate, and all he does is bitch and complain. Nah, he need to go. Lady Boss say pound ditch the dust. But this is a perfect example of a confident, beautiful. Look at her little face. You can tell that she's confident. You know, if she and it's not like she's trying to be overly sexual in her picture either. Everything about this girl, away from the way she's dressed to the way she's posed, is meets my standard of appropriateness. It's ladylike, gentle sexiness, but she's not all overboard doing the butt out twerking pose that a lot of people like to do, that squat down thing. She's doing something that looks, it's just looks. If this was my daughter, I could have this picture of her on my desk at work. That's what I'm saying, and it wouldn't be, too much. So he just needs to go. And I hope if she hears this show or somebody who knows her hears this show, they let her know that because this is just a bit much. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You would House 78? I know. If I was a dude, I would too. I mean, just for be mad just because a dude. Yeah, it's tastefully sexy. Exactly. She's showing a little chest, but it's not showing, cleavage and stuff. I mean, like I said, that's a picture as a mother you could have of your daughter on your desk at work, and it'll be very cute. So here we go. This nignog here that a man don't owe you shit just because you female. Show him why you're worth something to be treated special. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to move on from you. Again, wanting you to jump through hoops and give and do for him so you gain his approval. He wants to position himself to where you are working to gain his approval. Ladies, don't ever do that. Don't do it. It's like the overriding theme of these things. They want to control what you do. They want to control what you wear. Control how you do your hair. Now they want to tell you you have to jump through hoops and show him that you worth something. So you got to prove your worth to him. Fuck him. No. And we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to pass you by because you think you all of that and you ain't. You are a non motherfucking factor in my life. And so we're just going to let you go on down the road over there where you came from. Yeah, they use Denzel in the picture, but you know, these kind of memes that Nignogs make, they just grab a picture off Google images and put it on there. It's not because it's Denzel, it's because of the expression that he has on his face. It could have been anybody, but they're going for the expression. And, you know, they're trying to say that you need to jump around and prove to him that you're worth being treated well. It's like I was born worth being treated well. I don't need you to validate me. So you guys be very careful when you run into men like this that have this kind of attitude. Leave them alone. You will get yourself caught in a never-ending spiral of trying to prove your worth, and it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. You'll because he's going to constantly make the finish line further and further away. So you get like a rabbit. You'll never finish the race, and you're always striving to prove your worth to him. No, don't even get on that path. Now this guy was just an idiot. We included this one because maybe y'all can make sense out of what he's saying. Because I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, I don't get this. What is he talking about? But he's basically saying that his spermazoa has value, and that the egg is just to nourish his his contribution to the baby. That his part is the body, the brain, the legs, and the arms, etc. And so his job was done as soon as he delivered, and that he wants his child support back or something. He's all over the place with this. I don't know. I put it in there because it was some dusty logic, and it was dusty conversation and word salad and a whole bunch of other stuff all mixed together. And I was looking at it like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. And so if he was talking that in my face, I'd be just getting up and walking away. I wouldn't know what he was talking about and would be trying to figure it out. Yeah. She said dusty crackhead logic. Yeah, it does sound like he was rather inebriated or something, wasn't he? So let's just move on to that. And this one, I got five, Tito. You want to be in my rotation? I don't think I really have time right now, but you can get on the wait list. So this one says your husband came home drunk, and you have to undress him and wash him to find that he's still wearing a used condom. What do you do? Why would somebody even spend the time making something so ignorant? Oh, what do you do with that? I mean, he he's wearing a used condom. That you think I'm going to touch it? Do you think I'm going to touch him? I think the next step would be to like drown him in the bathtub, maybe something along those lines. But I don't know. It's like I couldn't imagine myself being in a situation like that because that would mean that I was with some really super raggedy motherfucker. And that would just really just mess me all kinds of ways up. But even if that was the case when he walked in the door, by the time I walked out, I wouldn't be with him anymore. So, problem solved. It's not going to be my problem. And I know one thing, I'm not touching that. They clowning in the chat room. Yeah, honey, put him outside and hose his ass off. That would be about the best solution to that. Nia said she would say call the police. I just shot an intruder. Yeah, I don't know. I just shared that because I was just not even I was so amazed that this was even, made it to the light of day out of somebody's head. So I just wanted to share that. Let's move on. Now, this one was sent by a lady. I got this the other day. Shut up, Diana. Diana said he have a flesh-eating STD. Oh, okay. Now they said the single mother syndrome has to stop. Isn't that a scene from Claudine, that movie with James Earl Jones or something? It kind of looks like it. But anyway, he said our generation is becoming so busy trying to prove that women can do what men can do, that women are losing their uniqueness. Women weren't created to do everything a man can do. Women were created to do everything a man can't do. No, women were created to be women, and you were created to be men. Okay, but now you want to put on a dress and call yourself trans and be a woman. So what the fuck are we supposed to do with you? The one who's busy, who's confused and losing their uniqueness is males. Y'all becoming bitch made by the millions. Bitch made and confused as hell. So, this whole meme here was really kind of wrong, but um women are busy proving what they can do because it's what satisfies them. For so long, men kept women in practically in a cage created by religion and your social mores so that no woman could really utilize her talents and skills or become the great person that she was inside. Even if she was, she had to give some man credit for it because it's like she couldn't register a patent in her name. They couldn't vote. All kinds of things women couldn't do. So men got credit for the shit that women created and developed and invented. Men did that. Even those pictures, I don't know if you guys remember these pictures from the 70s and 80s where they were like these paintings and they had all the key people had like these giant eyes and that whole series might make millions of dollars. This woman, the man's wife is the one who did that, but he was the one who stole the idea and published it like it was his own. So everybody thought that it was his art, but it was her that was doing it. So stuff like that always happens to women, and women are finally getting to the point now where they're not letting that happen anymore, and they're standing up for themselves. And women will never lose their uniqueness. Women do what they do, and it has nothing to do with being compared to men. Men are the one that want to compare themselves to women. You guys are the ones that are insecure and jealous and feel like you don't know what your role is anymore. We know what ours is. We're not suffering that way. That's you. So this meme here and trying to blame it on single mothers. Notice he's got everything in there. He's got single motherhood and feminism and womanism all combined in one little meme and trashing it. So it's like, single women not gonna be a single mama if y'all married them. You have the solution to that problem in your hands. Oh, you saw the movie based on those paintings? Wasn't that some raggedy shit? I used to have a whole bunch of those paintings, like, well, I don't know, maybe about 10 of them in my room as a kid. I wish I had them now. They probably worth some money because they were the originals. And yeah, look at this. So I just wanted to, point that out to you. Exactly. We're born unique. We die unique. Women have everything going for them that men don't have. Women connect with the earth and with nature in a way that no man could ever imagine. Women have such a spiritual connection to each other and to the planet, to their children, even to their men. They will never understand that. They'll never get it. So, this kind of thing here is very toxic. And unfortunately, a lot of women will see stuff like this and they'll co-sign on it and like it, not really understanding what it is that this message is communicating. That's why you have me, though. Now, look at this. A woman who lies to her new partner about how many men she has slept with is either A, smart, B, deceitful, or C, probably a hoe. Which one would you think it would be? I would say A, smart. You know why? Because any new partner who's stupid enough to ask a woman how many men she slept with deserves to be lied to. He's asking to be lied to. He's begging for it because it's none of his business. All you need to worry about is who I'm sleeping with now. And that you ask questions like that, it ain't gonna be you. I guarantee you that. Yeah, they need to focus on themselves. They focus on women too much. From women, what women wear, what women look like, how much women weigh, what women eat, how women wear their hair if they get a weave, how women do their nails, what kind of underwear women wear. I mean, how women take care of kids. It's not even their kids. Whether a woman's a single mother or not, it's not your kid that she's a single mother with. So why are you concerned? Worry about yourself. They just focus too much on women. So in my vote, the answer to this is A, smart. Yeah, because he's too stupid to know you don't ask people stupid questions. You ask a question. See, my thing is this. If you ask me a stupid ass question, you ask me a stupid ass question, and I give you that look like I'm looking right now, I give you that look. Okay, understand that's what's coming out of my mouth next is going to be the most fantabulous lie I can think of. Creative, funny, so unbelievable that you're going to sit there with your mouth open. Because while I'm doing this, I'm creating it in my mind. And I am a very creative writer. Okay. I come up with some stuff. So I would spin you a yarn that would make you just be enthralled while I told you lie after lie after lie after lie. And it's you're gonna know it's a lie, and I'm gonna be aware of the fact that you know it's a lie, but I'm gonna still say it anyway. And then at the end of that, I'll be like, well, okay, I hope that answered your question. And then you're just gonna look at me because you're gonna know that I did not answer your question at all. But that's my way of saying you're stupid and you ask stupid questions, and so therefore you get one of my creative, novelty type answers. Lady Boss say she hate memes. Well, yeah. But this one I thought was opens up some interesting discussion because a lot of women actually feel like they should tell men this. They write the letters to the advice column. Well, I just want to be honest, they say. I just want to teach, I don't want to lie. I'm like, why? You think he's being honest to you? Don't be stupid. Just come up with a number, and whatever number you have, stick to it forever. Because nobody needs to know how many dicks you've had but you. Nobody needs to know that. Let me go to the next one. And this was kind of interesting. He's like, every nigga been with a female, there's that word again, female, and had a moment like, I see why the last nigga left. Okay. Well, shoot, we all have them moments. Sometimes, you don't even have to be with the man. You just have to like talk to him on the phone, and you can see why the last woman he had left, or why he can't get no woman ever. Period. At all. You can see that. It's like, you know, just plain as day, because he's crazy. You know. But I thought that was kind of, that was kind of cute. This one was kind of cute. Not too much to say on it. Now this was floating around. Where did I find this? Facebook, I think. Which one is considered paying for the pee? He paid 200 up front. He paid for hair and nails twice. Or he took her on 3 dates and spent quality time. So which one is considered paying? Well, you know what? All of them. And you know what it is? For any woman who has any sense, you should never fuck for free. Never. Pussy has value. And you need to pay. And men need to pay. And the ultimate pay is when he puts a ring on it because now he's agreed to pay for life. That's the ultimate payer. But you got somebody who we all know that's what they're angling for. When a man just meets you, he don't know nothing about you. He likes what he sees and he imagines that in bed with him. We all know that. That's how they decide who they're gonna date. It don't have nothing to do with nothing else. Are you sexually attractive to him? Now only an idiot woman would think something different. You think it's your personality, your wit, your charm. No, it's none of that. It's your ass. It always will be. Always was. What you look like in the face, your boobs and your ass. That's what they be focused on. Some men, one part more than others, or legs, or what. They each have their own little thing that they catches their eye. But that's how, if it has enough value and interest to them, then they want to take you on a date and pay for it. If not, then they don't. And that's why you ladies who sit up there talking about you want to go, Dutch and all that old stuff, but then you want to still sleep with the dude and live with him and stuff and pay half. Oh, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Yeah, it's a dumb question. All these men ask stupid ass questions. But the reality is all of the above, plus the husband, all of it. My daddy used to say, you got to pay. Pussy costs money. Men just have to accept that it's going to cost them in some kind of way. Those that don't want to pay up front paying 18 years of child support. So they still pay. It's just, you still paying. Don't matter. All right, let's move on. Now this fool, now they used what's his name? What's that rapper's name? I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Anyway, I always thought he was cute. So they use his picture in this, and he's like, "Good men do exist." While he blowing up this smoke out. You're the problem. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's Niggadocious right there with his philosophy. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Do good men exist? Probably somewhere in Alaska, in a cave that's been undiscovered by humankind yet. They're still living like cavemen because they haven't been found yet. Their culture hasn't been disturbed. But you're the problem. I'm just taking this as a joke. I would hope nobody took this seriously. Yeah, Method Man. That's right. That's Method Man. Um, yeah, I always thought he was fine too. But in this picture, he's just a dusty. He's just a dusty, saying that you're the problem. Now, this dude here is promoting patriarchy in the black community. It says the black community is in need of some good old fashioned black male patriarchy. And, you know, you can see where I put a laughing face. I'm like, dude, really? Did a screenshot so I could put it on the show. And so then this dude comes in and makes this comment that people get caught up in the labels, whether you call it patriarchy or just simply male leadership. It's needed. As with anything, the concept and application must adapt and transform to a modern standard. But the idea that men need to be in the homes and head of household is whatever. And I forgot to get the rest of it. But the bottom line here is, no one's stopping you from being a leader. No one's stopping you. You know what leaders do? Remember the story of Joan of Arc? She jumped in the front and she was like going over the wall to fight, and she didn't care if nobody was coming behind her. That's a leader. You step out in the front and you take the hit because you the leader. You're not looking for backup, your boys, and for everybody to buy in and women to submit to you. That's not a leader. You're just trying to, get some support and stuff so you can pretend to be somebody's leading. Leaders don't need people to submit to them. People will submit and follow a leader because they believe in the leader's cause, because the leader is so strong, so magnetic. Their vision is so clear that people can buy into it and want to be a part of that because they can see how this could happen, and this is going to be grand and wonderful, and this person knows what they're doing, and this person can not only talk the talk, this person can walk the walk. Well, people will follow you because they can see that that's a good path to be on. They didn't have to think about it themselves. They didn't have to do the hard work, but they do get to reap the benefits by following that leader who's the person in the front who's taking the hits that may come. That's leadership. Now, if you want to be a leader in the black community, what does that mean for you as a dude? That means that you're gonna set a path and you're gonna walk it, and it's not gonna matter what other people do and say. You're gonna still be on that path, and other people will see what you're doing, and they'll get in line behind you because they can see that you're so focused and directed. So, sitting on Facebook and talking about what leadership is needed and then not doing anything to step in the front and take the lead, well, you're just talking shit. You're just a nigga online talking shit. And so that's no kind of leadership. Tito Sanders, eat shit and die. I don't need shit from you. I don't especially don't need you telling me what I need. Nobody tells me what I need but me. Now, and next. Now this dude was a trip. Did you guys hear about him? He got this dude was like, "Oh my God. Wait, you have to I'm going to leave this up on the screen so you can read this." He got kicked out the NFL for being with Pamela and Five Finger Mary. I'm trying to be polite, but I'll just let you guys read it because it's just too much. Nobody wanted to sit next to dude. Look, you see this? None of the other dudes wanted to sit next to him because of his habits. He's got some serious problems. This is Dusty to the 10th power. I just I'm leaving that up there so you can read it because I don't even want to say this out loud because it's just too foul. Too foul. But this is a problem. Unfortunately, this kind of habit is destroying a lot of relationships and marriages. And unfortunately, it's also destroying relationships in the sense that these young dudes aren't really learning how to make love to their mate and share emotions. It's this very rote and mechanical. And, they want to go through all these things that they see in those movies. And, they think they're expecting you to react a human woman like a paid actress because they just can't quite seem to grasp the concept that what they're seeing is not real. Those people are being paid to pretend something and to make people think something. They're actors and actresses. They just are doing it with no clothes on. Okay, unlike the ones in Hollywood. But it's the same thing. They're selling a dream, a fantasy. It's not real. But these young men don't seem to be able to discern reality from fantasy. It's really bizarre. You can tell because they do a lot of that when they watch television and they see certain ways, behaviors of women, and they say, "Well, you women act like so and so on TV show." It's like you do realize those people are getting paid to do that, and that's in the script, right? That's not real life. But men for some reason I've noticed this really seem to struggle with discerning reality and fantasy from movies and TV from real life. So you young girls especially need to watch this because this is where all that booty, trying to do the booty sex and all that stuff. They see the stuff in these films and then they want to act it out with your body. And so a lot of women's bodies are being destroyed behind this stuff. And you don't feel good about what happened when you get up from the bed with the dude because it's like he's in his head, he's replaying a scene and you're just the body that he's playing the scene with. There's no emotional connection to you whatsoever. It's cold and hard, and I don't understand how women Leandra said she got to wash her contacts and her eyeballs. But this is like a crisis in relationships these days. And I don't know, I don't see it showing any sign of getting any better. So more and more men are becoming addicted to it. And they bring that into their relationships and it just destroys any kinds of intimacy between a couple. So yeah, dude's destroyed his whole career, all his money, his life behind that. And I was like, dude, you was really tripping. Now this shows a paycheck stub of a guy alleged. Yeah, it does look like actual thing from what's that company? That's their colors. It's how they shade stuff and whatever. But anyway, um, it shows his earnings and how he got 4 kids with child support orders in place, and he gets $176 of his paycheck. Now, this lady's over here talking about this is what it looks like when a black man is on child support. How the hell is he supposed to survive? Who gives a fuck? Okay, who gives a fuck about him? Number one, after you had the first kid on child support, nigga, you were supposed to stop. You should have put your dick on lockdown. Okay, but you kept going. 2. Okay, can we stop after 2 maybe? No, you went to 3, then you went to 4. You didn't want no money. That was it. You just made a decision that you didn't want no money. So then you got some dumb broad over here trying to cape for you and talking about, well, they're on child support. You know the solution for you being on child support? No kids. You know how you stop from having kids? You strap up or you get a vasectomy. Problem solved. Isn't that amazing? I solved your problem in 3 seconds. I'm good like that. You can thank me later. But you know, you made some babies. You need to be paying for them. Which I don't know. I have no sympathy for you. Get a second job. Shit. Might help you. You could be out there making money instead of having time to make baby number 5 and 6 and 7. I just don't understand this. Once is a mistake. Once you start doing shit 3, 4, 5 times, see, now this is a habit. And so that's why I said he willfully did this. He knowingly did this, and he set himself up to lose. So why she's caping for him, I have no idea. She wasted her time and energy. Yeah, he needed a vasectomy. He needed a vasectomy 3 kids ago, at least 2 ago. Once, okay, say he had a kid when he was a teenager. Okay, he was a little kid, he was stupid. Okay, now then they do it again when they get in their 20s, right? Okay, well now you're an adult. What are you doing? That shouldn't be happening. You don't want to pay child support, then you're supposed to put some measures in place to keep that from happening. But once you do that, then I don't have any pity for you. I can't feel sorry for a man who does something like this and sets himself up. And then as far as him being a viable mate for a woman, he's out the running because you don't have no damn money. You're going to be paying child support. You're going to be looking for me to help, pitch in to help you cover them holes that you created by having to pay all this child support. No, we're not going to do that. My money's going to stay in my pocket, and you can worry about your child support over there by yourself. I'm not doing that. Now, this lady, I had to look up who Cassie was because I saw a whole bunch of posts about her. And I guess she was with Diddy, huh? And so then she got with this guy who's her trainer. And every single picture you see of her, she looking happy and satisfied, showing hella teeth, grinning all over the place. And, the pictures I saw where she was with Diddy, she didn't look like that. So this man is doing something right. He's treating this woman well. She's having his baby, and she's happy to be with him. He's obviously treating her well. Look at her face. She looks so happy and satisfied and, relaxed and stuff, not stressed. And so this dude is just hating with his old ooga booga name. She left the arms of a black king and Diddy and got pregnant by a white man. I think he's Greek or something. He's not necessarily white. And y'all cheering? Really? Yes, we are. Anytime a woman of color, whether she's mixed or not, gets with a man who treats her well and makes her have that look of satisfaction and peace on her face, I'm all fucking for it. I'm all for it. She looks great. She looks happy. She looks loved. And I think that's what every woman deserves to have. Well, I call him a ooga booga name. I don't have no love for brothers from the continent. None. So that's what they get from me. I'm not even going to try to figure out how to pronounce it. Now, this guy, Naeem, if a guy tells your girl, your man is lucky to have you, you must smack him immediately and then you die. What the fuck he mean? You lucky? It's chicks out here that don't. Oh, he don't. He means don't do shit. Got a man taking care of their ass and some corny nigga talking about your man is lucky. You don't know what her man does. It don't matter what he does. He's still lucky. Because he gonna be doing that stuff regardless. Like he could be doing it for somebody that he's other people see him as lucky to have, or he could be doing it for some trifling two-bit piece of shit bitch. What you want from me? Hold your head up, my brother. Be proud that other people see the value and the beauty in the woman that you have selected to slave for. Okay? You should be happy. Not posting things telling somebody to smack somebody where you could get your ass karate chopped or shot in the face. You don't be putting your hands on nobody, and even joking about it is not funny because he said your man is lucky. Somebody says that your man is lucky. You supposed to say thank you, like you have some fucking home training. He made her get well. She didn't want to have no baby by him anyway, so I mean that probably was a blessing. That no. His I mean his I've seen his kids. I mean they're not horrible looking, but I think the baby she gonna have with dude is gonna be way better. He's very handsome, and she's very pretty, so they'll have a beautiful baby. Okay, and then there we go. That's the last one. That's the one we started with. I hope you guys enjoyed this craziness. I'm like at a loss for words because every week we do this show or every day. Did we skip a week? No, we skipped a Sunday. We Friday and we did it on Sunday. So we've done like this is like the fourth or fifth one now. And look at this. We have not repeated any of the memes yet. You guys are sending them in. Have been ones that we noticed that we repeated, but there's the majority, like 95% of them are coming in are new that we've never seen before. So there must be just an amazing number of these things out there on the internet. So as you guys see them, please keep this show in mind. Screenshot with your phone and email it to me at survivingdating@gmail.com. Or, whatever way you want to get it to me, send it to me on a message on Facebook. I'm Deborrah X Cooper. That's my account that's linked to the show. Whatever way you can get it to me, just get it to me, and we'll, try to include it in an upcoming broadcast for the Dusty News Network. Here is the address once again for where you can send your contribution. Make sure that you make the subject line say Dusty News, and yeah, just email it on in, and then we'll figure out what can work and what can go into the show. Um, Yeah, I hope that you guys understand this because I really wanted to use these. I use these as an example. This is like a teachable moment kind of thing. Yeah, it's funny to laugh at them and it's crazy to see. And, we find humor in it and we make all these cracks and stuff. But in reality, don't you see like there's this concerted effort by men online to try to get black women and women, period, to think a certain way about themselves and about what their role is in society. They don't want you to think too highly of yourself. They want you to stay in a box where you think that they're the most important thing and that you're there to serve and nurture and support and take care of them even over your own needs. That's what all of this stuff is communicating. Like I said, it's doing it in different ways. Each way takes a different little path, but the goal is the same. And so I look at the stuff, and yes, it's funny, it's humorous, like I said, but it has an overtone of that. But in underneath is some very serious psychological warfare going on. And when you look at the stuff, if you don't have your psychic shield up and you not really aware of what you're reading, you're going to absorb that stuff as a mandate. Well, these men said this is what I should do to get and keep a man. Maybe this I should do this. I might need to change this about myself. I should start treating my man like this, especially the young girls that don't know no better. You don't know any better. That's why you got us, though. Me and the crew, we're going to get you straight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast of this edition of the Dusty News Network here on the DNN channel, on the Debsterism channel here on YouTube. We will be back on Sunday. I'm going away this weekend, so I won't be around. I mean, I'll be back not on Sunday, on Tuesday with What the Fuck Tuesday live stream advice column. If you have a question you want to send in, check out the link in the show description below and just send your question in. You got to submit it through that advice submission form process. I really appreciate everybody coming through tonight. All my people who always give nice donations for the super chat and my Patreon subscribers. I appreciate everybody. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. And thanks to my mods too.